1. Introduction. My name is Pretty. I am 27 years old. I live in a nice house with my husband, George. Our house has a big garden. There are many red flowers in the garden, and I love them. George and I bought this house 2 years ago. It was a dream for us to have our own home. George is a very good man. He is kind and smart. He is also handsome, with dark hair and blue eyes. When he smiles, I feel happy inside. My friends always say that George and I are a perfect couple. They tell me I am lucky because George is a good person. I always agreed. He often gives me small gifts. He remembers things I like my favorite chocolate or a nice scarf. I love George very much. I loved him from the first moment I saw him. It was in a small coffee shop. I dropped my cup and he helped me. He did not laugh but was very gentle. However, George works very hard. He is a manager at a big company. He comes home late many nights. He tells me his work is important for our future. I understand this, but sometimes the house feels very big and empty when he is not there. Sometimes I eat dinner alone and I look at his empty chair at the table. Last weekend, I went on a trip with my two best friends, Leila and Sarah. It was a girls' trip just for us. We went to the beach. We planned this trip for many months. We wanted to relax, talk, laugh, and feel the sun. Leila said I needed a break. She said I worked hard at my job in the library and took care of the house. She was right. The beach was beautiful. The water was blue and clear, and the sand felt warm under my feet. My friends and I talked about everything. We ate ice cream and walked by the sea. It was fun to be with them. But on the second day of the trip, I started to miss George. I missed his smile. I missed holding his hand when we sat together. The hotel room felt too big for just me. Sarah saw that I was quiet. She asked if I was okay and if I was sad. I told her I just missed George a lot. Even with my friends, I felt a little lonely without him. He felt like home to me. So, I made a decision. I decided to go home one day earlier than planned. I thought it would be a wonderful surprise for George. I imagined his happy face when he saw me. I wanted to see that look. I packed my small bag quietly. I told Leila and Sarah that I was not feeling well, just a little tired. I did not want them to worry or try to stop me. I wanted my early return to be a secret, a surprise just for George. My heart felt light and happy when I thought about my plan. I could already feel his arms around me in my mind. 2. The surprise. I wanted to surprise George. That was my big plan. I did not call him. I wanted to see his face when I walked in the door. I imagined him looking up, his eyes wide, and then a big, happy smile. I wanted that special moment. The bus ride home felt very long. I looked out the window, but I only saw George's face in my thoughts. I thought about what I would say. Maybe, surprise, I missed you too much. I smiled to myself on the bus. I felt excited. When I arrived in our town, I stopped at a small shop. I bought a bunch of yellow flowers. Yellow roses are his favorite. He always said they were like sunshine. Then I went to the bakery. I bought his favorite cake, a chocolate cake with rich, dark cream. It was a little heavy to carry, but it was for George. I walked the last few streets to our house. Our house looked nice with the bright red flowers in the garden. I took out my key slowly. I did not want to make any noise. I turned the key in the lock. The door opened softly. I stepped inside. "George," I whispered softly. I wanted it to be a real surprise. The house was quiet, too quiet. Usually I could hear the TV or see his shoes by the door, but it was silent. Maybe he was in his office working quietly. Then I heard music. It was not music George usually played. It was soft, slow music, and it was coming from our bedroom upstairs. My heart started to beat a little faster. Why was he playing strange music? I put the flowers and the cake on the small table. My hands felt a little shaky. I told myself, "Don't be silly. He will be happy to see you." I walked up the stairs slowly. Each step was very quiet. As I got closer to our bedroom door, the music was clearer, and I heard something else. Laughter. A woman's laugh. It was not my laugh. I stood outside our bedroom door. The door was closed, but there was a very small space where I could see a little. My hand went to the doorknob. It felt cold. I wanted to see his happy face, but now I felt a little afraid. My good surprise felt like it was changing. I took a deep breath. Then I pushed the door open just a little more. 3. The shock. I opened the door a little more. My eyes looked into the room. It was not very bright. The curtains were almost closed. The soft music was louder now. Then I saw them. George was there. He was not by himself. A woman was with him. They were on our bed. They were very close. They were laughing together. The woman was wearing one of George's shirts. It was the blue one I gave him. It was too big for her. She put her hand on his face. He leaned towards her hand. He looked happy, but it was not the happy look I wanted to see. My heart felt strange. It felt like it stopped for a moment. I could not breathe. I could not move from the door. I thought about the yellow flowers and the chocolate cake downstairs. My happy surprise was gone. This was a new surprise, a bad one. I was still holding the cake. I think my fingers just opened. I heard a sound, a soft sound on the floor. I looked down. The chocolate cake was on the floor. It was right by the door. The box was open on one side. Some cream was on the carpet, our new carpet. George heard the sound. He turned his head very fast. His eyes got big. He saw me standing there. His happy smile for the woman went away. His face became white. He looked like he saw a ghost. He looked very scared. The woman made a small sound, like a scream. She quickly pulled the sheet up to her neck. She looked at me. Then she looked at George. Then she got off the bed fast. She did not look at me again. She took some clothes from a chair very quickly. She ran out of the room. She ran past me. She did not say anything. She just ran. I did not see her face well. I did not want to. The room was quiet now. Only the soft music was still playing from George's phone. I did not cry. I did not shout. I just stood by the door. The ruined cake was at my feet. I looked at George. He was sitting on the edge of the bed. He was putting on his trousers. He could not look at my eyes. His hands were shaking. Time felt very long. Maybe it was only 1 minute. Then I spoke. My voice was small. It was not my normal voice. It was flat and cold. I asked him one question. How long? Just 2 words, but they felt very big. They held all my pain, all my shock. They asked him, "How long has this been happening, George?" 4, his lies. George finally looked up. His face was full of fear and shame. He started to talk very fast. Pretty, I am so sorry. It was a mistake, a terrible mistake." His voice was shaking. He said it was only 1 time. He said, "She means nothing to me, I promise. It just happened. I was lonely." "You were away." He tried to make it sound like it was not his fault. Like because I was on my girls' trip, he had to do this. He said he still loved me. "I love you, Pretty. Only you know that. Please believe me." He moved towards me, his hands out like he wanted to touch me, to hold me. He got close and touched my arm. His touch felt wrong. It felt like a lie. I pulled my arm away from him. "Don't touch me," I said. My voice was still quiet, but it was strong now. Strong with anger. I did not believe him. Deep in my heart, I knew it was not only 1 time. The way they were together, so comfortable, so easy, it did not look like a first time. The strange music he never played with me. Her knowing where his shirt was. Small things, but they shouted. Lies. He was a good liar, maybe. Or maybe I just wanted to believe him before. Now I could not. My mind was very clear, like a cold, clear winter day. No fog, no confusion, just the ugly truth. My perfect husband, my perfect life. It was all a lie. The red flowers in the garden suddenly looked too bright, too false. I turned away from him. I walked out of the bedroom past the ruined cake. I did not look back. I went to our closet, the one we shared. His clothes on one side, my clothes on the other. I pulled out my biggest bag, the one I used for longer trips. I started to pack, not many things, just some clothes, my toothbrush, my favorite book, things I needed. George followed me. He kept talking. "Pretty, please don't do this. Let's talk. We can fix this. I will do anything." He was begging now. His voice sounded desperate. I did not answer him. I just kept packing. Each shirt I folded, each pair of jeans I put in the bag felt like a step away from him, away from the life we had, or the life I thought we had. When my bag was full, I closed it. I walked to the front door. George stood there, blocking my way. "Pretty, where are you going?" he asked. His eyes were red now. Was he going to cry? "I am going to Leela's house," I said. "Leela was my best friend. She would understand. She would help me." "Please, Pretty, don't leave," he whispered. I looked at him then. I really looked at him. He looked broken, but I was more broken. He broke me. "You should have thought about that before," I said. I pushed past him and opened the door. I walked out of our nice house with our perfect garden. I did not look back. I wanted to think. I wanted to cry alone where he could not see my tears. He did not deserve to see them. 5. My revenge. The walk to Leela's house felt long and strange. My legs moved, but my heart felt like a heavy stone. When I reached her door, my hand shook as I rang the bell. Leela opened the door, and when she saw my face and the bag, she understood. She pulled me inside and held me tight. Then I cried. I cried for everything that was broken inside me. Leela made me tea, but then she put it away and opened a bottle of red wine. We sat on the sofa, and I told her everything. About the music, the woman, George's lies. Leela listened quietly. She held my hand. Then she got angry for me. "He is a fool, Pretty," she said. "You are too good for him." Her words were like a warm blanket on a cold night. We talked for many hours. The wine helped a little, making the sharp pain feel less clear. As the night went on, something changed. The deep sadness was still there, but a new feeling started to grow next to it. It was a quiet, hard anger. I decided I would not stay broken. I would not hide and cry forever. My plan was not loud. It was a quiet plan. A plan to find my strength again. A plan to show George what he lost. Maybe it was a kind of revenge, but mostly it was for me. I needed to feel strong again. For the next few days, I stayed with Leela. George called me many times. He sent message after message. He said he missed me. He said we needed to talk. I did not answer any of them. I let him wait. I let him wonder where I was and what I was doing. Then I went back to our house. I went when George was at work. I took more of my things, clothes, some books, important papers. I needed these things to feel more like myself, more in control. And I went back to my job at the library. I needed to work. I needed normal things in my life. That evening, George came home. He saw me in the kitchen. He looked surprised. He probably thought I was still hiding and crying. I looked at him. I even gave him a small, cool smile. I did not shout or cry. I was polite, but I felt far away from him. "Hello, George," I said simply, and I went to make my own dinner. He tried to talk to me. "Pretty, can we?" he started. "I'm tired, George," I said. "I'm going to read." I ate my dinner alone and went to the guest room. I would not sleep in our old bed. That night I did something else. I looked for Adam online. Adam was a friend from college. He was always kind. I knew he liked me many years ago. We stopped talking when I married George. I found him and sent a simple message. "Hi, Adam, how are you?" He wrote back quickly. He was happy to hear from me. We started to chat. It was easy and friendly. It felt good to talk to someone new, someone who did not know about George and the mess. George did not know about Adam. He did not know about the new, quiet strength I was finding. He just saw a quiet wife, but I was changing. I was starting my quiet plan. 6. The new me. Weeks passed. I lived in the same house as George. It was strange. We were like two people who did not know each other. We ate at different times. We stayed in different rooms. George tried to talk sometimes. He asked about my day. I gave short answers. I was polite, but I kept my distance. Inside, I was changing. I was building a new me. My friend Leela told me to show George what he lost. More importantly, she said, show myself. So I started with my hair. I cut my long hair. It was shorter now, just to my shoulders. I put some lighter color in it. When I looked in the mirror, I saw a different person, a person who looked stronger. Then I started to wear bright clothes. I had many nice dresses I never wore. I started wearing them. I wore them to work at the library. I wore them when I went out. Why save them for a special day? Every day could be special. My old, sad clothes stayed hidden. I started going out more. I went out with Leela. We went to cafes. We went to see movies. And I started to go out with Adam. We were friends from college. At first, we just had coffee. We talked about old times. We talked about our lives now. Adam was easy to talk to. He listened well. He made me laugh. It felt good to laugh without feeling sad. One evening, Adam and I went to a small restaurant for dinner. I wore a new red dress. Red was a bold color for me, but I liked it. Adam smiled when he saw me. He said I looked amazing. We talked and laughed. After dinner, we walked by the river. Adam stopped. He looked at me with kind eyes. He said I was beautiful and strong. Then he kissed me. It was a gentle kiss. It felt warm. I kissed him back. I felt alive. I felt like pretty again, not just George's wife. A few days later, George saw Adam and me. We were sitting at a cafe outside. George walked by. He stopped. His face became dark. He looked angry. He saw Adam, then me. I did not look away. I felt calm. That night, George was very angry. "Who is that man?" he shouted. "What are you doing?" "He is a friend," I said simply. "A friend? You looked more than friends," he shouted back. Then he started to beg me. He said he was sorry again. He said he loved me. He promised to change. He even cried a little. He said we could be happy again. But I looked at him and I felt nothing inside. No love, no anger, no sadness. Just empty space where he used to be. I liked the new pretty. I liked feeling strong. I liked being with Adam. I did not want to be George's wife anymore. "It's too late, George," I said. "You broke too much." I knew I wanted my freedom. I wanted my own happiness. It felt good, like a sweet taste. I did not want to go back. 7. The big fight. George was not happy. He saw Pretty changing. He saw her with Adam. He felt like he was losing her forever. He became more and more desperate. He wanted Pretty to come back to him. He wanted things to be like before, but Pretty was different now. She was stronger. She was not afraid. George could not accept this. His desperation grew every day. One day, Adam came to get Pretty from her job at the library. Pretty walked out, smiling and talking to Adam. George was standing there. He looked very bad. His clothes were not clean. His face was tired. He looked very angry. He walked quickly to Pretty and Adam. People on the street stopped walking. They looked at George. George pointed at Adam. "You stay away from my wife." He shouted. His voice was loud and full of anger. Adam stood next to Pretty. He did not look scared. "She is not your wife anymore, George," Adam said calmly. George turned to Pretty. His face was red. "Pretty, how can you do this to me after everything?" he shouted. He said bad things about her. He said she was mean. He said she did not love him. His words were sharp. They tried to hurt Pretty, but Pretty was strong. She did not cry. She did not look away. She looked at George. "Stop it, George," she said. Her voice was not quiet. It was loud like his. "You have no right to speak to me like this. You have no right to shout at Adam." She told the people around them and George the truth. "You hurt me first, George. You brought another woman home. You lied to me." She told him he broke her heart. She told him he could not expect her to forget. George stopped shouting. He looked at Pretty's face. He saw she was serious. The anger left him. He looked very small. He looked very sad. He started to cry. He put his head down. I was lonely," he said softly. "I was stupid. I am so sorry, Pretty. I miss you, I miss us." Pretty saw his tears. She saw his pain. But she did not feel sorry for him anymore. It was too late for sorry. He made his choice. Now she made hers. "I am sorry you are sad, George," she said. Her voice was not angry now. It was clear and strong. "But I need to be free. I need to be happy. I cannot be happy with you." Pretty took Adam's hand. She turned around. "Let's go, Adam," she said. They walked away from George. Pretty did not look back. She walked with Adam into her new life. George was left standing alone on the street. 8. My happy ending. After the difficult time, the divorce from George was finished. It felt strange, like closing a book. It was a little sad to end that part of my life, but it also felt free. It was like a heavy weight was lifted from my shoulders. I was ready for something new. Now, I have my own small flat. It is not big like the house I shared with George. It does not have a large garden with beautiful red flowers, but it is mine. I chose the paint color, a bright yellow. It makes me feel happy when I wake up. I bought some green plants and they sit in the window. My flat is cozy and quiet. It feels like my safe place. I still work at the library. I like my job very much. Reading books and helping people makes me feel useful. It is a calm and happy place for me. My friends, Leela and Sarah, are still very important. We are closer now. We meet often, talk, and laugh. They helped me a lot. They are like my family now, my chosen family. Having good friends is a wonderful thing. Adam and I are still together. Our relationship is growing slowly and well. He is a kind man. He makes me smile every day. He is different from George. He is honest and he respects me. We talk about everything. We are building something real and true together. There is no hurry, just happiness. Sometimes I think about the past. I think about George and the house. I hope he is okay. I hope he learned from what happened. But I do not want to go back. I do not miss feeling worried or sad all the time. I learned a lot. I learned that my own happiness is important. I learned that I am strong, stronger than I knew. The broken dream I had with George made space for a better life. A life where I am free to be myself. A life where I love myself first. Coming home early from my trip was hard. It showed me a painful truth. But that truth also opened the door to my new life. A life where I am happy, where I have love, and where I am finally free. This is my happy ending.